Traveling to Busan. Initiating match.
Hello there everyone, welcome to some Overwatch. I'm your host tonight, Saminami, and tonight we have Stevenson University versus Muskingum University. I do know both sides here actually fairly well. Not enough about Muskingum, but we did meet them last year during the Bethel pilot invite. So real excited to see how this is going to go about. Here, as we can see, we're going to be looking at probably a rush style comp from the side of Muskingum, while over on Stevenson's side we will see more of a setup of damage focus, still a type of rush. They're going to be moving fast and hard. It's going to be the beam versus the hammer. Let's see how they go about this. Both teams starting to make their way on through. Let's check it out from the eyes of Quest here. Playing it in the back line here. Able to get the hack off onto the Reinhardt. Although Stevenson does lose first, being the Quest. Not what you want to see have happening here in these initial fights. Windsor now followed up on takeout. And we're seeing that Muskingum's cleaning up shop. Hack's able to come on out, but the damage has been dealt. Stevenson needs to get out of there. So you can see a lot of this came through thanks to Sojourn and Kiriko being able to keep up the team and burst down with damage. Even Buckeye Nerd's able to make space thanks to just having the wall there. Although May cannot freeze anymore, does deal quite a bit of damage. And we're seeing everybody go on in here. Shatter comes out, finds no one. And Stevenson's going to try to be making some sort of push up here. From what I can see. Checking in on 49, the tanker of this line gets caught out from a wall. And you can even see Wisner's having a hard time against it all. Things aren't looking too hot for the side of Stevenson. In fact, they have received a team wipe here from what is showing. There's only 50 seconds left or so before the point turns over. For the round, I should say. Excuse me. It's been a while since we talked Overwatch here on the Saminami channel, so it's been a transition. The Kuzunono, I don't know, the gates have been activated by Kiriko. And Ryan, Kiriko, and Soldier are picking up the scraps at the moment. Damage is dealt. Zarya from the side of Stevens is going to have to reset here, as Muskingum is just holding the line at the moment. They have great control of this area. Stevenson doesn't have much time with just about 10 seconds now. They're either going to have to make some sort of push here, because right now they're dealing with all the ults. Comes out. Can anyone make the touch here? Just barely. And Stevenson had to utilize both the Reaper and Sombra ult to get in there. Buckeye Nerd is working their way out, trying to escape here and doing just that. Well, we see that Wisner, the Reaper, on the side of Stevenson, is going to have to try to get some cleanup going. Soldiers activated their ult. The railgun grab comes out, and the point has been swapped. Reaper's trying to get some attention here. 49's not able to get the bubble off that they were looking for. Damage is trading out from either side. We need to see some gameplay, some life here from Stevenson. Anything, really. But to no avail here, as round one of the first map goes to Muskingum. A strong start from Muskingum University here. Stevenson's going to have to try to pick up slack that's being laid down at the moment. They need to secure the kills on either the back line or just the regular DPS. Too much focus is going into Muskingum's tank, and they're not able to get the kill. Kiriko must fall first in order for Stevenson to make the proper pickups. But only time will tell here. As Infamous has swapped over to Zarya themselves, we're seeing almost a mirror matchup. So it's going to be interesting seeing how both sides are going to react to one another. Coming on in here. Let's take it from the eyes of 49 here, who's going to be making their push on in. Or as I say that, they do not. Tiramisu has been immediately eliminated by Rothman, who's able to get the double while Infamous cleans up Wisner. Stevenson's forced to reset now. Quest is in the back line. Has Kiriko's attention, but not enough. So we're seeing here, just making their move up now. Quest is in the back line, ready to get a hack off, but needs to start getting something going here. Hack comes out onto the Zarya, but it's still not enough damage. Now Zarya's been hacked once more. They have the opportunity, but Rafam takes it away from them. Rafam's been a solid soldier and player for the side of Muskingum at the moment, and they have yet to be lax about it either. So, as we can see, it's about 40% of the point has been taken now. Stevenson only has what appears to be the railgun coming on up for use, and that's not looking too good. They're going to have to start making a push towards point to try to draw the attention. They're working down the BAP, not able to get the kills they need. The gates are activated. Railgun in return, and Blade to respond to the railgun. This is seen here. Muskingum is just taking what belongs to them. Ooh. And the cleanup of shop. As we're seeing here, Muskingum seems to be having no issues whatsoever. Given this King of the Hill kind of point fight of a best of 5 series, you might be looking at a quick or long night going forward. Rafam is immediately in, getting the double, looking for a triple. Almost losing their life to Wisner. Just mere seconds left. Quest can't make it in time. And map 1 goes to Muskingum University. Castle Crasher with the play of the game. Honestly, understandable. With the Kasune here, just the pure rampage that is brought about from it. It's just so immense. And even eliminating, shutting down the Coalescence. Amazing. Well, with that, now it's Stevenson's hand to make... Actually, no. Apologies. There is now a map pool in effect every week. I forgot to mention that. And as we're seeing here, losing side gets to pick if they attack or defend first on the Eichenwald map. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to use the Halloween map, as far as I know, because parts of the map are different from the main original map in the competitive pool. So that is why it is not allowed in gameplay. Stevenson's taking their time here for their decision. But in the meantime, let's go over what just happened here, because it was extremely quick. I mean, that was a 10-minute match right there. What happened there was that Stevenson hard separated. They started to go after the hack targets. However, an issue is that The issue that we're seeing here for Stevenson was that they had to make their push on the wrong target. Because they kept hacking the tank, but not following up the damage with it, it just caused numerous problems for the Stevenson team. As such, what they should do, again, is try to go after just other targets, be it damage or supports. Now Stevenson is using their timeout here to just try to bridge and strategize. So we'll bring you guys back once we get this situated out. Don't go anywhere. Welcome on back. We had a bit of a timeout situation trying to be dealt with, but both sides were able to figure it on out. Just a reminder, we have Stevenson University versus Muskingum University. Muskingum's on the attack for now, while Stevenson's on the defense for this map of Eichenwald. This is the same Eichenwald that has a Halloween map to it. However, we're not allowed to use it because certain parts of it change. I'll give you some examples here right now. For example, certain areas such as this ledge is gated off, which is not allowed to be climbable. The area right over here has a gate as well, or fencing that blocks for environmentals. And needless to say, parts of the map will change, like a burning wagon would appear here. And even the cart can change slightly itself. So those are some of the changes that are accompanied with the Halloween Salad map. Sorry that everything's feeling rushed tonight. There was a bit of stress trying to get things set up. There were drivers that needed to be downloaded. Cameras weren't working. Things weren't capturing. It was a whole mess, really. It caused an unneeded stress. But enough of my rambling. Let's go right on in. We're going to take it from the eyes of Infamous here. The leader of Muskingum University here. The captain, in fact. Great guy, great fellow, and Buckeye Nerd with the first elimination against the Mustangs. It's Tiramisu who's caught out in the open yet again, unfortunately. So right now they have only break the workroom. As they say that Rinzer falls to Infamous. Gonna have to really hope that 49 can work something they cannot. Now it's up to Wisner. Wisner has been taking down Tiramisu's respawn and not going on in because it's way too dangerous to do so. As we're seeing here, Muskingum has full control of the point. And in fact, we're not really seeing much of a change from their swaps from the first map. The only changes being the Sigma, the Buckeye Nerd, as well as the Mercy. I do want to say I like the Mercy pick. It allows for amplified damage and just general healing overall. Sigma themselves are able to keep the space. Stevenson needs to try to stall out this point delivery because it's 5.5 minutes that they have to fight against. And given it's Overwatch 2, these battles go fast and hard. So there's not a whole lot of time to stall out. But given Payload is now one of the longest maps for pushing a point. Right now it's a lot of stale fighting. However, Infamous is on the flank. Hiriko has flanked in, but perished immediately to 49. And it seems Infamous has stepped way out of position. In fact, so much so that it could cost him his life. Was they're just missing the railgun, but damage been dealt. Stevenson's holding out this point. They were able to burn a full minute off of that, in fact, so this is great for the side of Stevenson. I am curious how we're going to be seeing the use of Brigida here, personally, because you don't have that stun bash anymore, or at least it feels like you do, but it technically is not there. Railgun is ready to go, and as we can see from either side, all economy is pretty even at the moment, which is really good if you're rooting for either side. Let's take a look at how Infamous is going in with the gravitational flux. Rock just missed, and Rinzer is the first to perish. We do see that Rumpf, I should say, has been able to get a double kill here. Going to try to shut down that Coalescence, but not able to. We're going to 1v1 against the Genji, who's not able to get the value they're looking for. So now Stevenson's going to have to play for this recontest here. Let's take a look, just giving you guys a bird's eye view on how this push is going to play. We're either going to see a middle through the top with the Genji, as we're seeing now, and it's going to be a hard push on the edge here. They're going to need to get... Yes, they're able to trick out Infamous from the rock and secure the kill on the Castle Crashers. Bob is now on the point, so the fights are even. However, it's a trade back and forth. Kiriko's back in the fight, and it seems to be taken advantage of by Muskingum University. You gotta give it up to Buckeye Nerd there. They really carried the fight there with the Bob. If not for Bob, Muskingum had a large chance of losing that point. Now, seeing how Stevenson's going to have to react to this, we do see Rinzer has swapped over to the BAP. Railgun has been activated by Rafam. What's this? Wisner has been able to shut it down before it gets any value, which is just what you needed on the side of the Mustangs. Now they're taking space back that they had lost beforehand. Can they get the Buckeye Nerd? They do just that. Wisner is going in. Now we do see that the blade is ready, but it's a dry blade. And dry blades are going to be very hard to play against a gravitational flux that is ready to go right now. Oops. Apologies. Seems I've hidden the lobby queue without even knowing it. Neither side has a barrier. He's playing for behind it, but he gets rocked out of it by 49. Clutch play up there. However, you gotta look out for those damage dealers like Rafam, who's able to get the double kill with the assistance of Buckeye Nerd. Infamous cleans up Tiramisu, and right now Stevenson is being pushed back into the spawn by Infamous. The dry blade's coming on out, gets a swipe in, able to secure the kill, and the damage is dealt. It's just cleaning up shop at this point. And honestly, I think that was a wasted res. They were hoping for more, but they were not able to find it. Great clutch up by the side of Stevenson here. I do like it that it seems they have added team names to either side now, since they were waiting in the lobby, which makes it a lot easier to tell who's who. Looking at this here, there's only about 2.5 minutes left. They've burnt down the time quite a bit. The gates are unleashed, but Window in return with the railgun. They're going to have to try to stay alive through this, but they're not able to. Rafam with the nade. The slow nade just does all the damage, and Bob again with the assist. That is the first round completed. I'm not gonna lie, things are looking quite dire, but we have seen Stevenson be able to turn it around from here before. Just gonna have to see it happen again. Now let's move on back towards the main point here. Stevenson did a lot better that time round. Part of me wonders how they would have fared if they utilized a Reinhardt. Reinhardt's a lot more difficult to play, that's for certain, but honestly, I think it would have helped him there. If you move fast with a hammer swinging, typically you just keep the space that you have. Just have to see how Stevenson will react. We do see that we're looking at an Ashe as well as a Mercy. So that's going to be, they're going to try to be matching what Buckeye Nerd whipped out. And speaking of Buckeye Nerd, they've locked in the Junkrat. So this is going to be interesting to see how they're going to play around this.
I'm with you.
Everyone's getting real close now. They've got their traps set, and Stevenson has no idea.
4, 3, 2, 1.
With those blinking lights, you would think that it stands out in the open. However, Quest is immediately shut down. And things are not looking great for the start of Stevenson here, especially if Wiz, almost losing their life. C49 can try to get some space taken here. It's a little difficult just because of the choke point. Not a whole lot of shields to work with either. Well, Muskingum is just playing for spam. Not seeing a whole lot of action going on at the moment. It's just stalemate. As soon as a pick is to be found here, we will see one side push into the other. And right now, that's going to be against Stevenson. They're pushing into them now. Buckeye Nerd securing a double kill. Can he get the triple? Yes, sir. Not sure they should be able to find any more here, but they do just that. The Buckeye Nerd is on a rampage tonight. Truly something else to behold here. Well, Stevenson's going to have to play for a regroup. We do see Quest has swapped over to the Soldier. So gonna have to see if they can utilize the slow orb to catch anyone in it to deal substantial damage. Oh, but they're not ready. Tire coming on out. Immediately shut down by Quest. Now Wisner's going in, trying to secure the kill on the Buckeye, but gets traded back for it. We can see here, Buckeye Nerd's just moving on in. They're going to try to go for the res, but they cannot find it. And there's just way too much damage. And Amazing sweep on the Infamous. This 49 has the opportunity to flux this right here and now. The rock has been used. They need to start making a move. And that's the first kill on the quest. The gates come on out. They're pulling them on through. And with that, Stevenson has the opportunity. The chance is there for them. They're now playing cleanup as they take down whoever else is left. Needless to say that Stevenson will cap this point here with little to no one to stop him. And now Payload is on the road. Rafam has the railgun in hand. Now is anyone going to be there to stop him? Slow or sends out, and Castle Crasher eliminates Tiramisu. Wisner barely getting out alive. Take a look from the eyes of Infamous here. He's pushing up into Wisner. Wisner, just unfortunately, too much damage they've taken. And Muskingum is just pushing right on in once again. So far, 49 was actually able to find the trade they were looking for, and they're going to start making their push in here, which is great for the side of Stevenson. Able to get the sweep out onto the junk is imperative. Now they just got to get the elimination. They do just that. As we can see here, Quest in control of the railgun. Not the railgun, I should say. Having just recently used it, they making the space. That kill against Wisner is going to cost Stevenson at the moment. As this quick game needs to go faster. Window comes on out and immediately gets shut down by 49. See that Quest taking a flank here. However, the damage is being dealt as is. Just too much going on for Stevenson to try to shut down at the moment. They have to regroup and try to go for another play for picks. You can see here, Soldier on side of the Mustangs, able to regroup in time. The biggest thing to be seen here is going to be control of this high ground. Right now the high ground is completely uncontested. The gates have gone down onto the ground. As we can see from Castle Crasher here, just leading the team on in. Tiramisu had no chance on escaping. 49 Con the Air is eliminated by Infamous. And right now Muskingum has just full control. They're really not being pushed back in any such way. And we can see Buckeye Nerd lurking around above the choke point here. Tire coming on out. Will it find the kills? It does. The damage has been dealt and Stevenson is feeling it. Tiramisu able to get the res off. That's stunty for you right there. And Stevenson's going to try to make a move here with Bob. Railgun was not activated yet, but instead they have a full clip. And they're barely alive. Gonna have to get Bob out here immediately to start touching the point. Bob starts to get that movement. Can anyone shut down this Infamous character? Doesn't seem like it. But 49 with the double kill has secured this push for Stevenson. The healers are even one. They're just trying to secure the kills. They do just that. Leading the charge is 49, pushing on in, shutting down the eats. And there's about 30 seconds left on this clock. Stevenson does not have the time to be fooling around. The rock comes out, which stops Infamous. Infamous, not long for this world, as we're seeing Quest trying desperately to get the damage out. The collateral rock damage does the job. Stevenson has a shot here. They're going to be using ults just to secure this point. They're not playing games. They're here to win. But it does take time here. As we're seeing, too much is going on at the moment. The gates have come out, and half of Muskingum has returned to point. It's only 49 left to try to stall it out. Wisner has been able to make it back, but they are only the DPS. Unless anyone else can touch, that is it. Muskingum takes map 2 of this best of 5 series. I'm gonna be honest, Stevenson, that was tough to watch. Check out Rafam here with the play of the game. I mean, great value out of that orb. And precision shooting as well. Now we're going to be on to our third map. And wouldn't you know it, Cynic has been able to get out of class and make it to the match. So we're probably going to be seeing a swap out here of one of the subs. Just checking to see what chat was saying there. Let me turn it over to myself. Hello everyone, how are you doing this evening? If you're here as a Stevenson fan, I'm not going to lie, it's looking a little difficult. Just is. Muskingum is a really, really good university to be playing against right now. And they seem to have only gotten stronger since I last saw them. So we're going to have to see how Stevenson's going to react to these plays here. Defense is typically easier to play rather than the attack. And yeah, we do have the sub for Cynic in for Tiramisu. So Stunty has left the team there, being subbed out into the spectators. So there's a chance that with this healer swap up, that Stevenson might be able to start getting their comeback now. We did see that Tiramisu was getting picked off quite early in those fights on the defense, but once they went to the offensive, they were able to keep their head on straight and play it a lot safer. So Stevenson has selected defense again, and Muskingum, I believe, is expecting that they were going to. And they're readying up. They're calling. This match was delayed by 30 minutes just due to classes, unfortunately. So there's no messing around. It is all seriousness here. It is gamer time. And given how fast this match is going, I may not even do an MVP tonight. Just because of how it is. Sometimes it's just difficult like that. Sometimes you just got to use this match rather than something to celebrate, something to learn from. Definitely. Let me turn it right on over here for you all as we take you on over to the point. We are on Dorado. It's during the daytime. As you can see here, it's probably early morning, I must say. I believe this was in the afternoon, but it is not. It is early morning here in Dorado, Mexico. And I do want to point out, we are seeing Infamous on the Winston rocking the werewolf skin. I'm going to be honest, probably one of the dumbest things I've seen was having the werewolf skin be a free drop. Too many people complain about no more loot boxes when they used to always complain about having loot boxes.
But I guess you can't predict everything.
It's just interesting how the turns table. Alrighty, ready to rock and roll here. Let's check out Buckeye Nerd actually. Hold on. It's not going to be that. Instead, Buckeye Nerd has gone over to the Genji Cyber Demon. Going to play aggressive here with Infamous making the push in, almost losing his life as 49 just eliminates Rafam. Even Quest is picking up shop here. But the card still moves thanks to Kiriko. And because Kiriko's movement, they're able to teleport out like a phantom in the shadows. Quest working hard, trying to land their shots at the moment. We do have Cynic on the BAP here, playing to heal the team up. And they're doing just that. They are making sure everyone stays alive and healthy. As you can see here, there's a bit of trouble. However, the damage is too great to fight against. As we see Winston fall, Wisner with the double kill on the Castle Crasher and just some guy. Seems that this fast-styled gameplay that Muskingum's going for is starting to crack a bit. However, doesn't mean that it is broken. As we've seen, they were able to get that point very, very far. Their focus is the point, not the kills. The Winston on side of Muskingum is just for making space. However, Winston's taking way too much damage for his own good, which is going to cost him some price. And that price here going to be this point here. Window comes out, immediately eliminates Infamous as Buckeye Nerd has control of the point. Stevenson's able to cease the push. But we're going to have to see how long this lasts. I'm going to be honest, I'm not too hopeful for Stevenson here. I need to see some extra defensive plays, especially with these upcoming ults that Muskingum is about to whip out. Take it from the eyes of Cynic here. The Baptiste is going to be trying to keep the team alive. Rinzer is going to have the sky eyes. The gates have come on out. However, Buckeye Nerd again has been shut down. Each time they seem to just have gone down. Rafam is just getting all the kills against Stevenson at the moment. They are a one-man army. Infamous able to secure the kill on the 49, but you got to get it up to Rafam there. If not for Rafam, I do not believe Muskingum would have won that point. Hands down. Infamous almost able to get the kill on the Cynic. However, heals are too great in this game, as they're able to heal on up. You see here that Stevenson's not able to take control of high ground at the moment. They're forced off. Almost get and do secure the kill onto the enemy soldier. Now Stevenson with recontrolling the high ground once more. He's going to try to be making a push here now. Nanoblade comes on out. A slow effect in play. But Immortality is not where it needs to be. And Genji was able to find 2 solid kills while Winston following up with their own. It's only 49 who's alive here. And in a world of danger, I might add. As you can see, Muskingum has about 2.5 minutes on the clock and just still is able to push. Bob comes out, allowing it for a stall, but I believe Buckeye Nerd is on the flank. He is. Check this out. He does get spotted out by Cynic, and he's playing just in Stevenson's face right now. He wants the damage to go on through. Castle Crasher activates the gates, and Wisner's trying to get some value out of that railgun. However, they're too damaged to safely peek and gets eliminated by the Primal Rage. Window comes on out, and Stevenson's bringing it back. They're desperately holding out this card, and we're seeing Kiriko trying to face off and escaping well enough. Stevenson just barely able to hold that point against Muskingum. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. Muskingum has no ults, and Stevenson has 2. We have 49 and Rinzer, Valkyrie and Flux. We'll have to see with this damage boost, will we be able to find the damage that Stevenson's looking for? Will the Mustangs be able to hold this point? Only time will tell, as we're starting to see the push come out from Muskingum. The Flux comes out thanks to 49. Not able to secure a kill onto the Genji, but damage dealt, and Wisner cleans up shop. Now they're just trying to get everyone else picked off. Infamous just going crazy in the backline, I might add. And Rinzer's actually able to get the res off. Look at this. We're seeing the Battle Mercy in effect here. Rinzer able to get the double kill before getting shut down by Infamous. Damage already dealt. That was a good job done. 22 seconds left. We're seeing Genji might be the only one able to touch here. Probably looking to pick up some sort of support. Probably the Kiriko here in order to have fast movement. Do just that. Gonna see if he can make the touch here. He does just that. Gets rocked away by 49. Stevenson's fighting for the right to have this point. The overtime clock is ticking. And Muskingum almost C9 that. Wisner on a rampage here. Double kills. Can he get a triple? Just missing his shots. He's so close. Just needs to slow down his aim a bit. Able to secure the kill. As we're seeing Rinzer actually able to get the res off. Will he go for the cheeky kill? He does not. Heals the team up. And Stevenson is able to hold second point by the bare of their teeth. I'm not going to lie. Infamous got so much value there. And I'm not sure what exactly was going wrong, but I feel like Buckeye Nerd choked there a bit. He really did. And that cost Muskingum the point 3 times over. Every time they lost, Buckeye Nerd was the first to be eliminated. So that's not great. If you're a Muskingum fan, you know the mistakes you saw there. As for Stevenson, yeah, it's great you held it. Now you got to take the point. You need to get this win in order to stay alive in the series. Looking at our lineup here, we do see the pink Mercy skin. The very rare skin indeed.
What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, surviving.
And how's Murphy?
Doing much better. Now that you aren't feeding her scraps all the time.
How's Murphy? I did not know Murphy was a pet of Sojourn. Well, too much noise is coming out from Stevenson, but either side is. And Torb is actually in the game again. It must be feeling great about that. Take it from the eyes of Wisner here. DPS on the side of the Mustangs. Gonna be going onto the flank. Well, we see, actually everyone is, but Quest. Quest has been caught out alone on cart, injured in their efforts. As Stevenson starts to make a push up here, Cynic loses his immortality early on to Rafam. He's playing the aggressive, and I mean aggressive Sojourn. I mean, look at this, like, build up. Just misses the shot, but great amount of damage dealt. And right now, Stevenson is not pushing this cart. It's being left just as is. Someone has to get on it. And that's going to be 49 here, but honestly, I believe Quest should have been pushing that with the amount of time he had. The smaller you are, the less they're going to target you. So right now, Stevenson is fighting for this high ground, but they're giving it on up. They just can't hold it. Going to be seeing a push up here against the Torb. Trying to find the damage, but they're not able to. Muskingum is just laying in, but 49 finds the trade on the Buckeye. As I say that, we do see the res come on up to Buckeye. He's back in the fight. Golden Squeaker in hand. And not much else to say about that. Stevenson gets held off at the point. At the choke, I should say, and Quest falls. The Flux has been activated. It's going to be up to 49 to get a rock out. Not able to find it, instead perishes. Right now, Stevenson's going to have to play for a regroup and picks here because it's not looking great for them. It's quite dire, in fact. Some great movement we're seeing from Wisner just to dodge all the bullets. But we need to see some picks coming on out here. playing for that 100 charge, and having a steady aim is going to be crucial. Just missing, but the damage is going in. Gotta play it smart. Gotta shut down that turret if they do just that. But the molten core has been placed everywhere on the point. The damage has been dealt. Everyone's melting. And Muskingum just cleans up shop here. There's about a minute left on the clock, and Stevenson is working with a Blade and a Valkyrie. They're going to have to pair this up in order to try to find value, but that's hard to say because Rafam has their railgun ready to go, and if history proves to repeat itself, it's going to show a dead Genji here real quick. Wisner is the first to fall to Buckeye Nerd, but they're able to get the res off for the cover, so the fight's not lost just yet. They're going to need to stay alive to get the value here. The Flux comes out from 49. Dragon Blade as well. They're going in. They're able to find the kills thanks to Quest. And Stevenson takes this point now. It was a bit rocky, but with about 20 seconds left, they were able to secure the first point. Now Muskingum is going to be playing for the second point, which I believe is going to be about a 3-minute battle. It is. 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. It was a 2:30 plus once you cap. So there's not a whole lot of time for the Mustangs to make this push. You need to start bringing out that horsepower and truly show what they're made of. No swaps coming out from either side here just yet. Even though with the high ground advantage, it's going to be all about gameplay style here. Great Rock coming on out, shutting down Infamous. And this card is moving with little to no one to contest. However, Quest has finally fallen. So the push is going to start coming out on against Stevenson here. As we see their push on in. 49's just probably going to have to die here in order to regroup. He does just that. As we see Muskingum reset themselves. Quest is looking to be a bit aggressive here, however, they're not going to follow up on it. Instead, they're waiting for the team, and we do see a window and railgun ready to rock and roll. It's all going to be about timing and placement here. Will we be seeing a rotation to high ground? It seems likely. But of course, everyone is going to rotate through this. Now, but it doesn't seem Muskingum wants to make the push quite yet, which is surprising, I must say. Window comes on out, just barely missing. There's the first. Can they find more? There's the second. The damage has been dealt. The job being done. Cleanups all across the room. But as we're seeing here, there's still not a whole lot stopping everything. Infamous has taken severe amount of damage against Quest. However, Quest has fallen. And Infamous has taken a full heal. Now with Nano, there's only about 20 seconds left. And Infamous is making his push on through into the Mustangs. Probably going to be seeing a Valkyrie coming on out here. They do just that. It's up to Quest to get a value for Blade here. Touch has been made. And the Blade's coming on out. They're not able to secure the kill onto the map yet. Enough time is being wasted. However, we are seeing that there is a turnaround here. There's a chance for Stevenson to take it. Both the damage is up, but they get eliminated. And that, folks, is going to be the last map of the night. Muskingum wins the series. And once again, Rafam with the play of the game here. I mean, look at those, just perfect lineup there. Biggest thing about Sojourn is having that low sense low mouse sense, and honestly, them's the worst. We thank you so much for coming on by. Do tune in for our other matches here at Stevenson. We have Rocket League tomorrow and Valorant coming up either this weekend or just the following week. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.